Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to make a kind of a supplemental video to my first one. I apologize to everybody who's reached out wanting to come and see this car, and I haven't had time to meet with you. I stay pretty busy, but I did have time to meet with one individual who just happened to get with me at the right time. This gentleman was very polite, very knowledgeable, car enthusiast, and more specifically a Chevelle enthusiast. Really knew what he was looking at, and actually taught me some things, learned some things. Really kind of had me thinking that I needed to show you guys some more stuff. So I'm going to show you that in this video, but I also want to be really upfront that I'm not one of those guys. I'm not a Chevelle enthusiast. I'm not a classic car enthusiast, a paint enthusiast, any of that. I bought this car because I love the way it looks. I love the power of it. I just love the 67 Chevelle nostalgia. But I'm not the guy that's like, it has, you know, flawless interior, flawless paint, you know, all original. This car is far from that, you know, just based on some of the aftermarket upgrades I've done to it with the suspension system, the Brembo brakes. I just don't want to unintentionally have another, you know, one of these, you know, original Chevelle enthusiasts come out here to waste his time. So I'm going to show some more stuff in this video. Guys, if you're interested in this car and you see something that you want more info on or more pictures, shoot me a message. I'll be glad to. So one of the first things this gentleman noticed that I had left off the first video, and this is definitely an error on my part. I should have disclosed this, but there is a little bit of body damage behind the front bumper. Front bumper doesn't have any damage, but it's just the body area behind it has a little crinkle here where there was some type of minor incident in the past. Those are the only two areas that you'll see that behind the front bumper. Not something I even noticed whenever I bought the car. I'm just not as detailed, and that's the main reason I'm making this video, is for any of the really detailed guys that are thinking about coming out here. There are some chips there that you can see have been kind of painted with something. Right along the roof line, got some chips there. And the only other defect he found on this paint was a little bit of bubbling right here in front of the driver's rear wheel. So one of the main questions he asked me before he came was, you know, how would you grade this paint on a scale of 1 to 10? You know, my personal opinion, I told him an 8. And I think he disagreed with that by the time he left. But remember one instance, he showed me a picture of him in the reflection of another car and said, hey, this is a 10 out of 10. I'm not 100% sure what he was getting to on that. I'm not a paint enthusiast, but I get it. You know, if this doesn't meet your liking, you definitely don't have to buy it. But I just want to be as upfront as possible. One other thing that he pointed out was these are not factory rivets on the VIN plate. As you can see, it's some kind of, somebody took like a grinder, tried to make it look like rosette rivets. You know, as far as the interior is concerned, there's little knick-knack issues, like this door lock. I imagine it's down inside the door. I don't really care. I'm probably not gonna open that up and find it, but I imagine that's where it's at. The gas pedal is actually missing the levers there. The car drives fine. Kind of a funny story. I didn't even notice this until the day after I had bought it, because I got in the car and just drove the damn thing. I wasn't looking at the pedals. The dash bezel does have a crack in the center. Not sure what's up with that. I've been told by a few people it is a 66 interior. The last guy was talking about he'd have to swap the interior. I don't know why you'd do that, but whatever. And the horn doesn't work. I did go ahead and buy the seat belts for the car. That's one thing I didn't like, because I actually drive the car. I'm not just gonna put it in my garage and stare at it. I like to have seat belts, and I've got the nice ones that have the little GM logos on them. I haven't installed those yet. but I will include those with the car should it sell, you know, before I install it.